So it took me a minute to do this vlog, man, because, you know, it's a lot going on inside the city. And, you know, I don't want to showcase the bad. I feel like we get enough of that as it is. But I don't want to just showcase the good, too, because it's going to be kind of like hiding the bad and all of that. But, you know, I feel like the best way that I could go about doing it is to just, you know, go around like where I used to live at and all that kind of stuff, man. And, you know, the stuff like what the city is to me. So that's how I think we're going to do it. So I took a week off work just to record and get new stuff out there. So that's what I think we're going to do today. I'll take y'all around where I'm from. So y'all ready? Let's roll. If you're familiar out here, you already know where we at. I used to live right around the corner from here. So I'm actually going to show y'all. Right through there, show y'all where we was at. I actually grew up right here in this house. That's where I grew up at. A whole lot of memories living over there. The house was like that was grandma's house there. That was that house that, you know, you come to on the summertime and nobody left because she had the pool, and you know what I mean. We would stay up all night with the cousins and the video games going, and then the next thing you know, we walk around Rocco's at like 5 in the morning and get food. They come back and just crash out. Gotta pull over for this because I did not know this until right now. This is my old high school. I went to Wilson. Did not know it was tore down. That's crazy. Wow. I will tell y'all one thing though. One of my first jobs when I lived out here was that I used to cook at the Panzerotti shop. Long time ago. This was it wasn't during when Calvin was there. This was after Calvin, when Franco's grandson Dustin was in there. So I was still there with Rashid and with John, but Calvin was already gone. I'm just kind of cruising around out here, man. Going back around the way, that's all. Coming up right there across the street, there used to be Romans. Used to take my sister over there all the time. Shout out to Ashley and Christina. I remember Ashley used to tell me all the times I used to pop in there. I used to go in there and get cheesesteaks just to see Christina, and Ashley used to be like, no, she got a boyfriend. But, you know, shout out to them. Now Romans own the building across the street now. That's used to be this place called Pets. Everybody out here knew Pets, but now it's Romans. So we're gonna go ahead and take this ride. Let's take this ride down, man. Like I said again, if y'all familiar with where I'm at, then you already know where I'm at. done if I didn't come here. I worked here when I was younger. I used to be the guy when they put the racks outside. I had to sit out here in the sun with the dudes selling the hot dogs and stuff. I used to have to be that guy sitting out here. And rest in peace to my man Chris Downs. He was real cool guy, man. Definitely rest in peace to him. But this job, this is where I first started doing photography at. Like, I bought my first camera, and I would shoot my girlfriend at the time and all that kind of stuff, man. I would do all that right here. And the funny thing is with this too is that I used to call out, because I was young, so I used to call out to go and do my photo shoots, and my manager was like, well, why you keep calling out? And I told her, I said, well, I'm trying to do this photography and all that kind of stuff. And she was like, oh, well, if your photography's that good, then why are you here? And I'm like, damn, like, But then the funny part is, I got fired here. I got fired here for not speaking to, I guess one of the head guys that came here from corporate or something like that. So I ended up getting fired from here around Christmas time. I was young, so that wasn't no big thing. So that following year, January 2009 is when it was. I did my first fashion show, and I had 37 publishings. No, I did my first fashion show, and I had my first 13 publishings off that fashion show. So shout out to Adele. I ain't forget about you. But yeah, her and Pinky, they used to give me a hard time in here about me calling out and going to go do all that and all that kind of stuff. So, and then you fast forward a little later, me and a couple friends of mine at the studio up the street. So yeah. But shout out to all the girls that did work here that I was cool with. My man Lonzo, he was over here. Shout out to all y'all, man. I just had to come back here with that, because this is wild. Gotta love it.